Bulavinaka, ladies and gentlemen, and also a big Bulavinaka to our potential investors, our colleagues, and also to our teachers. Today, my group and I will be presenting our marketing plan on our product, which is the Ambava Eco Lodge. Our presentation are as follows. Speaker 1, Sokobet Mboletawa. Speaker 2, fellow Fanny Paula Tuliao, and myself, Paula Nambiturakivo. This marketing presentation will be on the introduction of our product and what the product is about. It will also be focusing on our target markets along with our competitor and our product analysis. We will also be talking about our marketing strategies and the various distribution channels that will help us promote our product. I will now give the floor to my colleague Fellow Fanny to begin with the introduction of our product. Vinaka.
Vinaka Paula, onto our product, the Ambava Eco Lodge is still in its imaginary stage. However, we are planning on conducting collaboration with the existing Ambava Village Lodge, which is in Lautoka, Fiji. With our product, we are planning on including sustainability practice, as the term suggests, achieving present-day needs without compromising the ability for future generation to meet theirs. With this product, we are planning on also giving back to the community in terms of village developments, skill enhancement for the villagers, and employment opportunities, and so on. With that also, the product will also help the visitors enlighten themselves on the traditional and culture of Fiji and how in such settings, how decision and how protocols are being practiced or made in the hierarchy of the village status. With that, this product comprises of 7 rooms, dormitories, standard and nature burrows. And with our method of payment, at the moment we are planning on receiving cash on hand. However, as the venture grows, we are planning on incorporating new forms of payment. Moving onto our vision and mission, as you can see on the slide, we are planning on encouraging and educating our visitors into sustainable practice. This will help them play a part in limiting tourism consequences on the environment. We are basically involving them to take a stand and do something for the environment. With our vision, we also planning to initiate and produce uniquely sustainable and dynamic eco-friendly products, with our intentions also of expanding this product in the Pacific and all over Fiji. Moving on to our logo, and as you can see on this slide, the mountainous backdrop represents the mountainous range of Koreanitu. This logo will be incorporated on our merchandise products like t-shirts, bags, bottles, and hats. This will help spread the awareness, and this will also give the idea that the person wearing that product or having that product has taken a stand against preventing or limiting consequences to the environment. Onto our accommodation. We are starting off with a standard burre with a total of 3 units, in each burre having a 1 king size bed, shower and toilets, non-smoking policy with a room size of 70 meters per square. With that, the package includes all day activities for a rare period of 1.5 days. For domestic markets, we're planning on selling this for 200 Fijian dollars, including transfers and breakfast. On the other hand, for international markets, we are planning on selling this for 300 Fijian dollars per package, as this includes breakfast and transfers to and from the international airport. With this, our will experience a full day activity for 1.5 days. Onto our second product, we have the Nature Burre, which will be a little bit expensive. We have a total of 3 units, each in units having a 1 queen size bed, a shower and toilet, non-smoking policy, room size the same as the first standard, and we have a balcony and a Wi-Fi connection. This nature burrow will be further up onto the hill, which provides a aesthetic view for the burro. With that, we are planning on selling this to the international market for 400 Fijian dollars, package all inclusive with transfers, meals, and activities. And on to the domestic market, we are planning on selling this for 350 Fijian dollars, all inclusive with breakfast, to and from transfers, and all the activities for the 1.5 day. And on to our last product, which is the dormitory. This is for those backpackers and on-budget travelers. So in a dormitory, we have one dormitory with 8 single beds, with the shared bathroom, kitchen, and also we're incorporating no smoking policy. So with that, the room size is a little bit larger compared from the first two, 90 meters per square. And with that, this package will include the transfers, all-inclusive transfers, and activities for the 1.5 day of stay. With that, on the international market, this is going for 180 Fijian dollars, while in the domestic market, this will be going for $120 for those of our backpackers and for our guests who are traveling on a cheap budget. Moving on. The Ambada village itself has its own existing Ambada lodge. However, sustainable practices were not planned. So with the existing Ambada lodge and with our newly introduced product, they will work in conjunction together. So we can call it a renovation or an upgrade. So with that, we are planning on giving back to the environment, where we'll improve the environment, less degradation, and a chance of management and stewardship for the local people to manage their natural resources. For that, we will help in Ambada Eco Lodge will help in direct and indirect employment opportunities and support of local enterprises. So in socio-cultural wise, this Ambada Eco Lodge will promote cultural understanding and preserve cultural and social heritage. So with the existing Ambada Lodge incorporating with the new idea of our product, this will help change the perspective of how this product will stand out to other competitors and to the guests that are planning on experiencing this product. So as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, the existing Ambada Lodge has only one dormitory, with that has a occupancy rate of 10 people or 10 single beds. They have its own kitchen and a sitting place. So on terms of meals provided, there are options where our guests can prepare their own meals, or they can simply go down to the village, and where the village provide meals for them on a minimum of $5 per plate. With this, it also helps the community villages, the villages and households in generating income for them for providing $5 per meal. So on to our next slide with activities offered. These activities will be incorporated in the Ambada Eco Lodge, where it will include hiking, waterfall, bonfire, serenading, bushwalk, and Lovo experience. As I've mentioned earlier, this product will be offered in a package wise. So it will consist of a day and a half. So on the first day of arrival, the guest will go for hiking and waterfall 3 hours up the mountain of Korea Nitiu and coming back down another 3 hours, which will they stop at a waterfall, take pictures, have some fun, and then they will make their way down to their lodges where they will be staying. So with that, in the afternoon they will have a bonfire and serenading, where they will be singing and experiencing the cultural ambience of how village life is performed. So on to the next day, they will go out for bushwalk, and when they come back, they'll experience Lovo, how Lovo is made, and how food is cooked in the earth oven in the Fijian culture. So at 12 sharp on the next day, they will have their lunch, and after their lunch at 3 p.m. is the departure for our guest, and that concludes the end of the packaged product which we are trying to sell as an Ambada Eco Lodge. So as you can see on your slide, we have the map of Fiji. And the location of our product is in the Western Division on the west of your slide. As you can see on figure 1.1, there is a red shape that is pointing to the location which where the Ambada Eco Lodge will be situated at. And as we zoom further into the location of our product, which is based at Ambada Village, which is close to Lautoka City, the second city in Fiji. With that, our location is unique as it is close to the Nadi International Airport and to other tourism destinations such as Denarau and the Yasawas or the Mamanuda groups. With that, on figure 1.3, you can see the distance from Lautoka City to Ambada, which will take about 30 to 50 minutes by transportation. With that, I'm going to give the floor back to my colleague, Mr. Paula, to continue with the rest of his slide. Naka.
As for our target market with digital marketing, we are focusing on the local or domestic market. Our product mainly targets young couples from the ages of 24 to 35 years. It's basically those who are adventurous and have a passion for the environment. Who we are targeting are mainly locals, but specifically those from Nandi, Lautoka, and Ba, due to close proximity. As for our objective, we are mainly focusing on increasing revenue by 5% in the next 9 months. The campaigning tool that we will be implementing is Facebook sponsored ads. The reason being that majority of our locals are on Facebook. As such, our product will be promoted for every first 3 Tuesdays of every month for 12 months at $4 per month. Our budget will be an annual of 350 Fijian dollars. So with $4 multiplying by 3 days per month by 12 months will give us a total of $144, which is equivalent to 315 Fijian dollars. Still on our digital marketing, we will also be focusing on the international market, where we are intending to focus our product on environment customers, mainly young couples or ecotourists, and those seeking adventure from the ages of 22 to 35 years. Since Fiji is geographically isolated, our suitable market would be Australia, New Zealand, and potentially the US, as due to the statistics explained earlier by Veolofani. The objective we are planning on achieving is to increase revenue by 10% in the next 10 months. The campaign we will be using is Instagram advertising, since this app is widely used by overseas audiences. With that, our budget will be 3,200 Fijian dollars with a time scale of 12 months. Our Instagram sponsored ads will cost 0.70 American cents per click. So with 2,000 clicks by 0.70 cents equals 1,400 American dollars, which is equivalent to 3,066 Fijian dollars. Moving on to our traditional marketing and on our domestic market, we target middle-aged couples within the age of 28 to 34 who are adventure seekers. With that, our target locations are Nandi, Lautoka, and Ba. This is due to its proximity. However, locals all around Fiji are also able to experience this product. Our main objective for this is that we are looking at increasing revenue by 5% in the next 9 months. And this will be made possible with the use of our local newspaper, which is the Fiji Times, for our campaigning in order to assist us with our ads. For a period of 3 months, we would pay 250 Fijian dollars per month for the Fiji Times to publish our ads on a quarter section of their page. This equals up to 750 Fijian dollars, in which our budget annually would be 800 Fijian dollars. To our international market on traditional marketing, we are targeting age groups of 21 to 35 years of age who are ecotourists or those who are adventurous. Our target locations are Australia and New Zealand. Our main objective would be to create awareness of our new product while hoping for a 5% sales revenue within 10 months' time. Our campaign, however, will involve the usage of brochures in which our overseas intermediaries will help us deliver to some travel agencies. With that, our timescale is 12 months with an annual budget of 650 Australian dollars.
Naka Paula, onto our statistical analysis slide. A survey by International Visitor Survey Fiji saw that in the year 2019 alone, before the COVID pandemic, there was a total of 894,384 visitors in Fiji. So with that number, 41% were from Australia, 23% were from New Zealand, and 11% were from the US. Considering that, we have taken into context that Australia and New Zealand are our main markets, considering our location of Fiji, as it is close to Australia and New Zealand. With that, the age visitors, as you can see on the slide, majority were from the ages of 40 to 49 years. And with that, on to figure 2.1, you can see that a total of $967 million were spent on lodging and accommodation alone. So this is a good idea for our Ambala Ecolodge, as in the marketplace our product will be a competing factor to all the other competitors that are out. So with that, a research done by Nielsen 2018 saw that Generation Z and the millennials are by far the most interested in sustainable products or sustainable tourism, so I may say it that way. So on figure 2.1, as per the visitor arrival statistics, Fiji Bureau of Statistics, 2019 alone saw the highest number of tourism arrival in Fiji, visitors arrival in Fiji. And when the COVID-19 pandemic struck Fiji, we saw the numbers decreased on 2020 and 2021. Moving on to our competitor analysis, our competitors from the locals and from the Oceania region in the Pacific. So in the local, within our local destination, we have Sabeto Mud Pool and the Sleeping Giant, which are activities based. And onto accommodation based, we have the Matavusi Beach Eco Resort, we have Namosi Eco Resort, and we have the Six Senses Fiji, which is situated in Malolo Island. So upon comparison, we saw that average rates of accommodation were from $250 to $600, and this is not included with activities and meals. So they are separate charges, and their main markets are from Australia and New Zealand. While comparing to the Ambala Ecolodge, our product both provides accommodation and activities with all-inclusive payments. So with the Oceania region, we have the Paka Ecolodge, and from the Vanuatu we have Havana Ecolodge and Sea Change Ecolodge from the Kingdom of Tonga. And as you can see on the right side of your slide on your screen, you can see that these are some of the logos of the competitors that are within the region. I'll give this time to Soko to continue with the rest of the presentation. Vinaka.
We will now look at our product and marketing SWOT analysis. Looking at our strengths, we are a newly renovated eco-lodge that consists of eco-friendly accommodations. We aim to establish sustainable eco-tourist activities that will help us reduce the consumption of carbon footprints. For example, our tourists can go on hiking adventures to our various attraction sites rather than having to go by car. Our eco-lodge is built on sustainable building materials such as bamboos and precast concrete slabs that aims to withstand all kinds of weather conditions. Our visitors are exposed to tourist and villages interaction. The location of Ambala Ecolodge is also quite proximate to the Nandi Airport, hence making it advantageous for our international visitors. Moving on to our weaknesses, one of the major weaknesses identified is the lack of employees' expertise. For example, most of the employees on hand are just the villagers. Lack of international recognition may also be experienced. For instance, the current eco-lodge is not sufficiently recognized to other countries apart from Australia and New Zealand. Lack of capital or financial strains to start up the lodge or upon the renovation process is also one of our weaknesses. Another weakness that may be encountered is the slow progress in the implementation of technology due to the lodge's remote location as it is geographically isolated. Renovating the eco-lodge will impose job opportunities, especially to the Ambala villages and to its surrounding communities. Another opportunity available is the introduction of sustainable tourism and conservative educations upon the villages. And as the Eco Lodge undergoes renovation process, we will therefore sit on the opportunity to implement the usage of solar powers in and around the Eco Lodge. However, the major threats that may hinder our identified opportunities are shift of culture, which may take place during the tourist and villagers interaction process. The occurrence of natural disasters may slow down the renovation process and even our sales. Increased competition from other eco-lodge and eco-tourist sites may also slow down our sales. However, the degradation of natural habitats may still likely to occur due to the lodge renovation. Moving on to our marketing strategy, the traditional marketing tools that we will be using to introduce our eco-lodge at first hand will be the usage of the broadcasting technique, whereby we will be using television and radio to air information upon the opening of our Eco Lodge, and B, the handing out of our brochures or hotel information handouts. Our brochures and handouts can therefore be delivered through tourism and business events. We will also be taking advantage of the usage of newspaper and magazines to market our Eco Lodge locally and even internationally. Billboard signs will also be used to market our Eco Lodge locally in various towns and cities. The provision of gift cards and discount vouchers is also a marketing tool that we can use to market our Eco Lodge. For instance, gift cards can be given to new customers or to people that have not yet set foot in our lodge, and this can be given through social media giveaways or event prices. However, discount vouchers can be given to our tourists during special holidays such as Christmas, Fiji Day, and etc. Moving on to our online marketing tools, we will use social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram to advertise our Eco Lodge internationally. We will also be collaborating with social media influencers to further market our Eco Lodge to a wider audience. And finally, we will also use our website to market our product, hence making it easier for our customers to acquire all information and images about our lodge and to also get in touch with us.
Vinaka Soko, onto our distribution channel, there are two channels in which we, the Ambada Eco Lodge, will promote this product. So we have direct and indirect. With direct, if consumers are wanting to experience the product from us, we have walk-ins, emails, and they can also find us through websites and social media, where we will proceed further with their bookings. However, with indirect, we are wanting to reach a wider audience. So with that, we will sell the product to our intermediaries, and with our intermediaries, they will reach a wider audience with a small investment which we will pay to them, or which they will get from commission once the consumers book through them. So with that, some of our intermediaries include Rosy Holidays Fiji, we have the ATS Pacific, we have the Fiji Finance Tours, and also with that, we are planning on including NGOs in our indirect marketing channel. With that, since we are mainly focused on the environment sustainability, the NGO branches in Fiji, they will help us in marketing our product and to reach a wider audience in Fiji and abroad.
Vinaka, with our forecasting sales, as you can see, the first 3 months would be a little challenging as the venture has just started. And also, considering that tropical cyclone season in Fiji is from November to April, there will be a lot of raining and possibly flash flooding. However, from the month of April onwards, we are expecting to have a flow of sales by then. The awareness of the product would be at its peak, providing comfortable stays with excellent nature activities. On to the last 3 months of the year, we know that these months will be the visitor seasons in Fiji. Thus, this will also be a busy period for our venture.
Some of the potential challenges that we may likely face when renovating and opening Ambala Eco Lodge would include insufficient workforce standardization. For example, some of our current employees do not have proper employee certificates, lack of knowledge on sustainability and ecotourism, conflicts of interest between the villagers and the investors. The occurrence of natural disasters may hinder tourist activities taking place, and the occurrence of worldwide health issues or unforeseen circumstance may lead to lack of tourist visitation, for example, the COVID-19 pandemic. And the above-mentioned challenges can be addressed and reduced through proper training and development done upon the employees, the provision of worker certificates to help increase customer satisfaction. Locals need to be properly educated upon the importance of maintaining sustainable ecotourism in the environment and especially upon the lodge business. The village's participation and engagement is essential in all decision-making process to avoid miscommunication and disputes, and the management need to develop alternative indoor activities to cater for tourists during the disaster period. And the management team should always ensure to uphold safety management and safety measurement strategies in the lodge.
On to conclusion, the Ambala Eco Lodge is a collaboration with the existing Ambala Village Lodge, and with that we aim to gain a significant share on the market. Our venture also aims to promote sustainable practices to our guests, as they may take this ideal concept back with them. We will also be considering the pricing strategy to help us compare and compete in pricing ranges with our competitors. Moving on, our product will also aim to create branches in other potential mountainous ranges, such as Mount Nasorolewu in Vanua-Levu, and with that, we also aim to create awareness of our product in reaching a wider platform of audiences through traditional and digital marketing. Last but not the least, we also aim to educate our visitors and guests on the importance of sustainable practices and environment conservation. These are a list of references and websites that we use to help gather our relevant information, and also this marks the end of our presentation.